Hello students. Chapter 8 Body Movements. In this chapter we will learn human body and its movements, types of joints, movement in other animals. This chapter is about body movements. Even when we are sitting in one place, a number of movements are taking place in our body. We are blinking our eyes from time to time. We are breathing. We may be moving our hands or legs, etc. We walk from one place to another by moving our legs. Animals move from one place to another in different ways. They may walk, run, fly, jump, hop, creep, crawl, slither, and swim. We will first look at our body movements before studying in detail about the movements in animals. Some parts of our body can move more than the others. Some parts can move in more than one direction, whereas some can move only in one direction. We are able to bend or rotate our body in places where two parts of our body are joined together, as in elbow, shoulder, knee, neck, etc. The place where two bones meet or are joined together is known as joints. The place where two bones meet or are joined together is known as a joint. We are able to move the bones in different ways because of joints and muscles. The bones are held together at the joints by ligaments. There are different kinds of joints in our body. Let us discuss in detail. First one, ball and socket joint. In this type of joint, the end of one of the bones is like a ball, which fits into a socket, that is hollow space of the other bone. The ball can move inside the socket freely in any direction. This type of joint is found in the shoulders and in the hip. Next one is pivotal joint. Our head is joined to the neck by the pivotal joint. This joint allows movement of the head in all directions. We can move our head up and down and sideways. In this joint, the rounded surface of one bone fits into a dent in the other bone. The head rests on this ring. Hinge joint. This joint allows movement in one direction only, that is either up and down or backward and forward, like the hinge of the door. Such joints are found in the elbow, knee, and finger. This is gliding joint. In this joint, one bone glides over the other bone at the place of the joint. This type of joint is found in the wrist and ankles. This joint allows sideway or back and forth movement. Fixed joints. Fixed joints do not allow any movement. Most of the bones in the skull are fixed joints. Joints in the tooth sockets are also of this type. Have you ever wondered what gives different shapes to our different body parts? The framework of bones in the human body is called the skeleton, gives shape to our body. We can have an idea about the shape and the number of bones in the different parts of our body with the help of X-ray photographs. The human skeleton consists of 4 basic parts: the skull, the backbone, the ribs, and the limbs. Each arm and leg has 3 long bones and several small bones. The long bones of the arms and legs are hollow, tube-like structures. These bones are extremely strong and are able to carry weight and tolerate pressure. That is why we are able to carry our own weight and lift additional weight and walk. And this small bones are called, several small bones are called carpels. Take a deep breath and hold it for some time. Now feel the bones on your chest. Can you count the chest bones? That is ribs. They are flat curved bones. They join the backbone and the chest bone together to form a cage called the rib cage. The rib cage protects the heart and the lungs. The rib cage are 12 pairs of ribs. The last 2 pairs are not attached to the breastbone and are called floating ribs. The pelvic bones. The pelvic bones enclose the portion of the body below the stomach. We sit on this. The ends of bones are covered with a cartilage. It acts as a shock absorber and prevents rubbing of bones against each other at the joints. The skull. The skull is made up of 22 bones. It encloses and protects the brain. The body framework of the head is called the skull. It is made up of several flat, extremely hard and strong bones. These bones join each other to form immovable joints. Immovable joints do not allow movement. All bones in the skull are fixed except the lower jaw. The movable lower jaw enables us to talk and eat. The upper jaw does not move. The upper and lower jaw have teeth. The skull protects the brain, eyes, tongue, and ears. There are some additional parts of the skeleton that are not as hard as the bones and which can be sent. These are called cartilage. Upper part of the ear has cartilage. Now, movement in human body. Bones cannot move by themselves. The muscles have the ability to move. Muscles attached to the bones make them move at the joints. The muscles work in pairs. To move a bone in one direction, two sets of muscles are needed. When one muscle contracts, the bone is pulled in that direction. The other muscle of the pair relaxes. Similarly, to move the bone in the opposite direction, the relaxed muscle contracts while the first muscles relax. Thus, muscles move bones only by contracting, not by relaxing. A muscle cannot push, it can only pull. Thus, two muscles have to work together to move a bone. Now, movement in earthworm. An earthworm does not have bones. The body of the earthworm is made of many segments joined end to end. The earthworm moves due to repeated expansion and contraction of its muscles. The earthworm first extends the front part of its body, keeping its rear portion fixed to the ground. Next, it fixes the front portion and releases the rear portion. This shortens the body, pulling the rear portion forward. The earthworm carries out repeated muscle expansions and contractions to move forward. It moves forward each time by a very small distance. A number of tiny hair-like bristles are present on the lower surface of the body, which provides good grip on the ground. These bristles are connected to the muscles. Its body secretes a slimy substance which helps in its movement. Now, movement in a snail. Snails have a shell. It is the rounded structure it carries on its back. It is the skeleton which it carries outside the body. It is not made of bone. The snail has a thick structure called a foot made up of strong muscles. It is situated below the belly. It produces a series of wave-like movements that push the snail's body forward. The shell does not help in movement but is simply dragged with the body. The shell of the snail is made of calcium carbonate. Movements in a cockroach. Cockroach can walk, climb as well as fly. It has 3 pairs of legs which help in walking. The body of the cockroach is covered with a hard outer skeleton. It has no bones. There are two pairs of wings attached to the breast. The breast muscles help to move the wings when the cockroach flies. The leg muscles move the legs for walking and climbing a cockroach. Movements in birds. Birds fly in the air and walk on the ground. Some birds like duck can swim in water. The bones of the birds are hollow and very light. The two hind limbs are used for walking and perching. The forelimbs of the birds are modified as wings, which are used for flying. They have strong shoulder bones. The whole body, including wings, is covered with feathers. Strong muscles in their breast bones help birds to flap their wings and fly. The bird has a streamlined body. Movements in a fish. The fish also has a streamlined body, that is, the body of the fish is broader in the middle and narrow at both ends. This shape allows the fish to cut through the water efficiently as the water resistance is reduced. The skeleton of the fish is covered with strong muscles. These muscles contract on one side and expand on the other side. Thus, a fish forms a curve and moves in a zigzag manner. The tail fins also move along the body in a similar manner, pushing against the water. This makes a jerk and pushes the body forward. The fish also has dorsal, pelvic, and anal fins which help to balance the fish. By moving its tail, a fish can change direction of its movement. Movement in a snake. The snake has a long backbone which is flexible. It has no legs. They have many thin muscles connected to the limbs, backbone and skin. The snake can curve its body into many loops. Each loop pushes against the ground to make the body move forward. The body thus moves in a wavy manner because of the loops. The snake can move forward very fast since its long body makes many loops. That's about this lesson. Thank you.